The highly anticipated matchup between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Charlotte Hornets, scheduled for Thursday, has been postponed due to the devastating wildfires currently ravaging Southern California. As flames continue to threaten communities in and around Los Angeles, the NBA made the prudent decision to prioritize the safety of players, staff, and fans by delaying the game. While the league has not yet announced a new date for this contest, it is clear that the well-being of everyone involved is paramount. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. The wildfires have been particularly aggressive, affecting multiple neighborhoods and prompting widespread evacuations. The situation has created a palpable sense of anxiety among residents as they grapple with the uncertainty of their safety and the fate of their homes. Among those feeling the impact is Lakers head coach J.J. Redick, who has shared his personal experience as he and his family have had to evacuate their residence due to the encroaching flames. In a heartfelt statement, Redick expressed his concern for his community, saying, "I want to acknowledge and send thoughts and prayers to everyone in the Palisades right now. This area is not just where he lives. It is home to many families who are now facing the daunting task of leaving their homes behind." He continued, "Our family, my wife's twin sister, they've evacuated. I know a lot of people are freaking out right now, including my family." His words resonate deeply with those who are experiencing similar distress as they navigate this crisis. The emotional toll of such disasters cannot be overstated. Many families are left in a state of uncertainty, worrying not only about their physical safety but also about their belongings and homes. Redick highlighted this anxiety when he mentioned how many people are scared due to the unpredictable nature of wildfires. "From the sound of things, with the winds coming Tuesday night, I know a lot of people are scared," he said. His acknowledgement of these fears serves as a reminder of the human side of sports, where athletes are not just competitors but also members of a community facing real-life challenges. On the basketball front, the Lakers have been struggling lately, coming off two disappointing losses against the Houston Rockets and Dallas Mavericks. The defeat against Dallas was particularly stinging for fans and players alike, as it came against a Mavericks team that was missing both Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic due to injuries. This loss highlighted some ongoing issues within the Lakers roster and raised questions about their consistency this season. Despite having moments of brilliance on the court, Los Angeles has struggled with inconsistency throughout the year. They have shown flashes of potential but have often failed to put together complete games. This inconsistency has left fans wondering what it will take for the team to find its rhythm and compete at a higher level consistently. As it stands, the Lakers are next scheduled to play against the San Antonio Spurs on Saturday. However, whether this game will go ahead is still uncertain and hinges largely on how effectively firefighters can manage and contain the wildfires threatening Los Angeles. The league will likely continue to monitor the situation closely before making any further announcements regarding upcoming games. In times like these, sports can often take a back seat to more pressing concerns such as safety and community well-being. The NBA has historically shown sensitivity toward such issues, often prioritizing player safety over scheduling conflicts. This decision reflects that commitment and underscores how sports organizations can play a role in supporting communities during crises. During these challenging times, community support becomes crucial. Local organizations often step up to provide assistance to those affected by natural disasters. Whether through fundraising efforts or providing essential supplies like food and shelter, community members often rally together in times of need. The Lakers organization itself may also look for ways to support affected families once the immediate crisis subsides. Moreover, athletes like Redick can use their platforms to raise awareness about these issues and encourage fans to contribute in whatever way they can, be it through donations or volunteer work. The intersection of sports and social responsibility is increasingly important in today's world. As we wait for updates on when the Lakers vs. Hornets game will be rescheduled, our thoughts remain with those affected by the wildfires in Southern California. The postponement serves as a reminder that while sports bring us together for entertainment and competition, there are moments when we must come together as a community, supporting one another through difficult times. The resilience shown by individuals facing these challenges is commendable, and it is essential that we keep them in our thoughts as they navigate this crisis. Whether it's through prayers or practical support, every little bit helps as they work towards recovery and rebuilding in the aftermath of such devastating events. In closing, while we look forward to watching our favorite teams compete again soon, let us not forget that there are more significant battles being fought off the court, battles that require our empathy and support as we stand united in solidarity with those in need during this trying time. The Los Angeles Lakers are looking ahead to the 2025 NBA draft with keen interest, hoping to identify a player who could serve as the perfect complement to their star forward, Anthony Davis. If this player is still available when it's time for the Lakers to make their selection, it could significantly enhance their roster and future prospects. As the Lakers aim for an NBA championship in the next few seasons, they are acutely aware that their window for success is narrowing. With LeBron James expected to retire within the next few years, the team recognizes that they must capitalize on their current opportunities. Once LeBron steps away from the game, the franchise will be heavily reliant on Anthony Davis to carry the team forward and maintain its competitive edge. This season, Davis has been showcasing his immense talent on the court, averaging nearly 26 points and 12 rebounds per game. His consistent performance has been vital for the Lakers as they strive to climb higher in the fiercely competitive Western Conference standings. Davis has participated in most of his team's games this season, which has been a significant advantage as Los Angeles looks to solidify its playoff position. While the immediate focus is on winning now, the Lakers must also keep an eye on their long-term strategy. Although they do not have a first-round pick in this upcoming draft due to previous trades aimed at strengthening their current roster, they still possess a couple of second-round picks that can be utilized to improve their team. This flexibility allows them to explore options that could bolster their frontcourt alongside Davis. In Bleacher Report's latest mock draft, analysts have projected that the Lakers might select Muhim Faye, a highly regarded prospect from Senegal who currently plays for Reggio Emilia in Italy. Faye has garnered attention for his defensive potential and overall skill set. If developed properly, he could become a valuable asset next to Anthony Davis, enhancing the team's overall performance on both ends of the court. Faye stands at an impressive 6 feet 10 inches and possesses remarkable agility and foot speed that enable him to effectively guard opponents. His defensive prowess is particularly intriguing. He has yet to allow any points against him during isolation plays, a rare achievement that speaks volumes about his capabilities as a defender. In today's NBA, where defensive versatility is increasingly important, a player like Faye could provide significant value. Despite his potential, Faye is still considered a raw talent, averaging less than 10 points per game at this stage in his career. However, he is only 19 years old, which means he has ample time to develop under proper coaching and guidance at the NBA level. The Lakers would be betting on his ability to refine his skills and evolve into a strong defensive player who can contribute meaningfully to the team's success. The need for a solid plan at the center position is becoming increasingly apparent for Los Angeles. While Anthony Davis still has several productive years ahead of him, there is currently no reliable backup option behind him. This lack of depth could become problematic as the season progresses and injuries or fatigue set in. The Lakers may look to address this issue during the trade deadline or through strategic selections in future drafts. If they do not make moves during the season to shore up their frontcourt depth, they can utilize their picks in the 2025 NBA draft as an opportunity to rectify this situation. By selecting someone like Muhim Faye, they could not only enhance their current roster but also lay down a foundation for future success. As they navigate these decisions, it's crucial for Los Angeles to begin formulating a long-term strategy for building their team. For too long, they have focused primarily on immediate results by trading away draft picks in pursuit of short-term gains. While this approach can yield quick rewards, it often leaves teams without essential assets needed for sustained success. The Lakers must shift their mindset and start thinking about how to build a competitive roster that can thrive beyond LeBron's era. Developing young talent like Faye could be key to ensuring that Anthony Davis is supported by capable players who can grow alongside him and eventually take on larger roles within the organization. In conclusion, as we look toward the 2025 NBA draft, it's clear that the Los Angeles Lakers are at a pivotal moment in their franchise history. With LeBron James's retirement looming and Anthony Davis poised to take over as the face of the franchise, now is the time for strategic planning and execution. By targeting promising prospects like Muhim Faye and focusing on building depth in key positions, the Lakers can set themselves up for future success while remaining competitive in the present. As fans eagerly await what decisions will be made leading up to and during the draft process, one thing remains certain: the future of the Lakers will depend heavily on how well they navigate these upcoming challenges and opportunities. With careful planning and execution, they can continue their legacy as one of basketball's most storied franchises while preparing for a new chapter in their history. As the NBA trade deadline approaches, the future of Jimmy Butler with the Miami Heat has emerged as a significant topic of discussion throughout the league. Frustrated with his current situation, Butler finds himself at the center of trade rumors that could dramatically reshape the competitive landscape of the NBA. One of the most intriguing possibilities involves a potential move to the Milwaukee Bucks, although financial and logistical complexities make this scenario quite challenging. Jimmy Butler, a six-time All-Star, remains one of the most well-rounded players in the league, showcasing both offensive efficiency and defensive prowess. His ability to score, facilitate, and defend makes him a valuable asset for any team. With a player option worth $52.4 million for the upcoming season, he holds considerable leverage in negotiations. For the Miami Heat, who are already under pressure to determine their future direction, trading Butler will require balancing their current competitiveness with long-term planning. The Milwaukee Bucks, currently sporting an 18-16 record, are facing difficulties despite having superstars like Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard on their roster. While they have a talented core, the team has struggled to find consistency this season. Acquiring Butler would be a bold move aimed at strengthening their defense and forming a formidable trio with Antetokounmpo and Lillard. However, as a team operating above the second apron salary threshold, the Bucks are subject to significant financial constraints that necessitate involving additional teams in any potential deal. A hypothetical trade scenario could unfold as follows. Milwaukee Bucks receive Jimmy Butler, Gabe Vincent, Simone Fontecchio, Kevin Love, and the least favorable pick between the Heat, Bucks, and Blazers in 2030. Miami Heat receive Chris Middleton, Bobby Portis, Jared Vanderbilt, and the most favorable pick between the Heat and Bucks, excluding Portland, in 2030. Los Angeles Lakers receive Brook Lopez. Detroit Pistons receive Pat Connaughton, Marjon Beacham, and 2 second-round picks, 2025 via Lakers and 2031 via Bucks. Washington Wizards receive Jalen Hood-Schifino, Josh Richardson, and a second-round pick in 2025. For the Bucks, there are both challenges and benefits to consider. The challenges include parting with key players like Chris Middleton and Brook Lopez while navigating the restrictions imposed by being over the salary cap. Middleton has been a crucial part of Milwaukee's success over recent years, and losing him could impact team chemistry. However, adding Butler would bolster their defense significantly and provide a versatile player who could alleviate some pressure from Antetokounmpo and Lillard. Furthermore, Vincent and Fontecchio would help maintain depth within their roster. For the Heat, losing Butler would mean giving up an impactful player immediately. The emotional toll on both players and fans cannot be underestimated. Butler is not just a star but also a leader in Miami's locker room. However, acquiring Middleton and Portis would bring experienced players who can keep Miami competitive in the short term, while Vanderbilt adds defensive versatility to their frontcourt. This trade could allow Miami to retool while still remaining competitive in an Eastern Conference that is becoming increasingly tough. The Lakers face their own set of challenges by giving up Vanderbilt and Hood-Schifino along with future picks. However, acquiring Brook Lopez would significantly enhance their frontcourt alongside Anthony Davis. Lopez's ability to stretch the floor with his shooting adds another dimension to Los Angeles's offense. His defensive skills would also help shore up a Lakers team that has struggled at times on that end of the floor. The Pistons would receive contracts from players who may not fit into their long-term plans but would gain promising young talents like Beacham along with future draft picks to aid in their rebuilding efforts. This trade could provide Detroit with valuable assets that align better with their vision for the future. For the Wizards, while they may not be highly active in this trade scenario, they would acquire picks and manageable contracts that could help alleviate salary cap concerns. This move could set them up for greater flexibility down the line as they look to rebuild their roster. While Miami aims to maximize its return for Butler, his desire to leave has diminished his market value somewhat. Teams are often wary of trading for players who may not be fully committed to staying long-term. This complex trade proposal offers potential solutions for all teams involved but requires concessions from each party. If Butler were traded to Milwaukee, it could have profound implications for the balance of power within the NBA. The Bucks would become an even more formidable contender in the Eastern Conference with Butler joining forces with Antetokounmpo and Lillard. This trio could potentially rival any other superstar combinations in the league. Despite logistical hurdles such as salary cap limitations and player fit concerns, this proposed deal could benefit all teams involved by providing competitive balance and financial flexibility. As teams weigh their options leading up to the trade deadline, fans eagerly await what promises to be one of the most significant moments of the season. The outcome of this potential trade will not only affect each team's immediate prospects but also shape their long-term strategies moving forward. The decisions made during this period can have lasting impacts on franchises as they navigate through both competitive seasons and rebuilding phases. As we approach this pivotal moment in NBA history, all eyes will be on Jimmy Butler and how his situation unfolds. Will he remain with Miami or find himself donning a new jersey? Only time will tell if this proposed 5-team trade becomes reality or if other options will emerge as teams scramble to improve their rosters before it's too late.